Assalamu alaikum. Day 17, Juz' 17. A prophet of Allah was an expert debater. He used logic, analogies, and some sarcasm to challenge the false belief systems in his community and call people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What ayah mentions this great prophet and his methods? قالوا أأنت فعلت هذا بآلهتنا يا إبراهيم قال بل فعله كبيرهم هذا فاسألوهم إن كانوا ينطقون. Have you ever had this guy at school or at work who was a professional debater? He knows when to remain silent, when to talk, when to mention an argument, an analogy, when to use sarcasm, how to destroy his opponents with the simplest of arguments. These expert debaters maybe are a fraction of what Prophet Ibrahim was. He was witty, smart, quick, subhanallah. He knows how to use analogies and he is respectful, but he's an excellent public speaker. Prophet Ibrahim, if we want to overview his resume as a debater, it started when he was young, at home, with his dad, when he was arguing and debating and rationalizing, with his dad. يا أبت لم تعبد ما لا يسمع ولا يبصر ولا يغني عنك شيئا. My dad, why would you worship that does not see or hear or cannot help you in any way, shape or form? يا أبت إني قد جاءني من العلم ما لم يأتك. My dad, I have received some knowledge that you did not receive. Look at how respectful he is. فاتبعني أهدك صراطا سويا. See how firm he was. So follow me, I guide you to a straight path. Ibrahim had other discussions with his community, like when he was trying to tell them how silly it was to worship the stars, the sun and the moon. فلما جن عليه الليل رأى كوكبا قال هذا ربي. When the night came with its darkness, he saw a star and he said, this might be my Lord, my Master. فَلَمَّا أَفَلَ قَالَ لَا أُحِبُّ الْآفِلِينَ. Then it disappeared and he said, I don't like those who disappear. The next day he saw the moon. فَلَمَّا رَأَى الْقَمَرَ بَازِغًا قَالَ هَذَا رَبِّي. فَلَمَّا أَفَلَ قَالَ لَئِن لَّمْ يَهْدِنِي رَبِّي لأكونن من القوم الضالين. This moon might be my Lord. And then it disappeared. He said, no. I really need guidance. He was throwing doubt in the hearts and minds of his community. The star is useless. The moon is useless. Later on the sun, it's bigger. هذا ربي هذا أكبر. And then it disappeared. He said, hey, my people, I am free from anything that you worship. إني وجهت وجهي للذي فطر السماوات والأرض. I only turn my face to the one who created the heavens and the earth. He used little by little arguments so that he can really silence his community, those who were adopting these false belief systems. He was an Namrud. He told him, ربي الذي يحيي ويميت قال أنا أحيي وأميت. Ibrahim said, my master is the only one who gives life and death. And Namrud said, but I do control life and death. I have some control over it. That was his answer. So Ibrahim really went back at him. قال إبراهيم فإن الله يأتي بالشمس من المشرق فأت بها من المغرب. My Lord brings the sun from the east. Why don't you bring it from the west? If you think that you can control life and death, you are actually going by the laws of Allah. You did not challenge them. Why don't you try to challenge them? Subhanallah. Ibrahim teaches us a lot of good, awesome debate skills. Number one, provide concrete examples that people can relate to. Don't be abstract in your debate. Number two, use the sniper approach, not the shotgun approach. He targeted, he was very specific in his arguments. When one of them did not work, not because the argument was not strong, because the opponent was not ready to accept it. Move on to the next. Again, sniper approach. Number three, use emotions so that people feel your uncertainty, your doubt that will cast on their doubt. And of course, use emotions when he was talking with his dad. Sarcasm to expose the stupidity of shirk. And even when he destroyed the idols, it was not an act of doing trouble and vandalism and terrorism. No, it was actually methodical approach to show his community these idols did not help themselves. How do you think they can help you? That's the point he was trying to make. That's why Ibrahim told them, فَاسْأَلُوهُمْ إِنْ كَانُوا يَنْطِقُونَ. Why don't you ask them if they can speak? فَرَجَعُوا إِلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ فَقَالُوا إِنَّكُمْ أَنْتُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ. They returned back to themselves and they said, it is you who are oppressors. And that's exactly what we want every da'wah approach, whether it's debate, whether it's advice, whatever it is. You want people to turn back to themselves and reflect on themselves, because you cannot force a belief system on anyone, on anybody. فَرَجَعُوا إِلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ. That's exactly what we want. Prophet Ibrahim ﷺ and his life and legacy and stories invite us to be critical thinkers ourselves when it comes to our own learning of Islam. And once we learn Islam from the right sources, then we ask those questions to all of those who adopt false belief systems, and inshallah ta'ala we can reach guidance for ourselves and for others. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to inspire us from the life and legacy of Prophet Ibrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.